Hey guys, Connor from 𝙤𝙬𝙞𝙡 here. Just hopping on today to chat about soil armor and how I feel it is one of the most important principles in the 6 soil health principles and how we're utilizing it on our farm to put ourselves in a more resilient state moving forward. Just out in one of our cornfields here that we're going to utilize for corn grazing this winter. A little bit of field background out in here on this field. We used it for corn grazing last year. We had a pretty poor corn crop that was affected by hail in the month of July. Still had some product to graze, but definitely a lot less than a year like this even. Years prior to that, we have corn grazed out here before, but some annual cropping in years past and quite a bit of tillage up until this year when we utilized the no-till corn planter. So right here that I have in my hand is the corn production, the differences between 4 rows of corn. I've been watching this crop here. My laneway is about right there. So I drive out of my lane every day and look at this crop and really wonder what's happening out there. I'd see some areas that are much greener, much taller, much better producing corn than some of the areas behind me that are a lot lower, sickly looking, off-colored, and wondered what's going on out there. Came out here this summer and was easily to notice the differences right away in the corn production from one side of the field in some pods that had corn well above my head, dark green, producing big cobs like this, and only 4 rows away seeing smaller cob production such as this one, and a lot more sickly looking plant, just not thriving as much as the others. We bale grazed some hay out here last year while corn grazing this hailed on corn. And that was the determining factor on our corn production, especially on this hill ridge of this field this year. The corn that is nice and dark and green, producing a big cob like this, had a bale unrolled in that area. 4 corn rows away, the same exact corn planter pass, we've got corn that didn't have bale residue to grow through this year, and it has produced their corn cobs less than half the size of the other ones. We had unrolled some hay bales last winter while grazing the corn crop, and as you can see, it's left quite a nice thatch layer in some areas of this field. Just so happens that we have really great corn production right where that hay bale was unrolled because of the armor, because of the nutrient load, and just the excessive amount of cover that we have right in this region, putting ourselves in a better position to hold moisture, utilize nutrients when they're available, and just keep our soils in a better state for high production plants. I'll move 4 short rows away to where that bale was not bale grazed and where there wasn't any thatch layer for this corn to grow through. And the soil is a lot drier. It's a lot harder right off the start. And look at the size of the corn plant that we have growing right here. This corn row and that corn row had the exact same fertility plan that we put down with the seed at the end of May this year, and this field would have got the exact same amount of moisture from one side to the other. The only difference is that plant right there had the ability to hold more moisture in the soil because of the coverage. There was a higher nutrient load because of the manure and the plant breakdown from the hay bale compared to this one. So our plans for this crop this winter will be to graze this corn crop with our cows. After seeing the effects of bale grazing on this ridge, we're going to hopefully be utilizing some more of that as the cattle make their way through this hayfield. We'll look to roll out some more hay bales and really get some manure and good coverage on this ground to put ourselves in a good position moving into next year and years down the road. Soil armor has become such an important piece to our operation, and it is a very important step and principle in the 6 soil health principles. And if anyone's got questions regarding that or how to utilize these principles a little bit more on your farm, please feel free to give myself or any of the team at 𝙤𝙬𝙞𝙡 a call, and we'd be happy to chat about these principles moving forward. Thanks, guys.